Some people can't see you happy. When they see you're having a good life on your own, they try to drag you down in any possible way. And any possible way can be killing someone. The stories in this video are all about murders on TikTok that how people kill in front of the whole world without having any fear whatsoever. Ali Abulaban murdered Ana Abulaban. Ali Abulaban, aka Jinkid, who is 29, who had 1 million followers on TikTok, used to post impressions recorded from his bed or bathroom mirror on TikTok. He is a self-proclaimed specialist on Al Pacino and Scarface, calls himself the internet's Tony Montana. From time to time, he posted videos with his wife. He also has appeared more frequently on her wife's TikTok account too, including in one video from April 2021 captioned, "When your partner is your best friend." In it, they dance around their apartment. Anna looks at Ali Abulaban laughing while he mugs for the camera. The couple seemed madly in love and had a sweet relationship that their followers admired. The couple danced around and teased each other. The passionate couple also have a 5-year-old daughter. To their admirers looking to their bond, it seemed to have it all. Ana Abulaban was born to her parents in the year 1993 in Okinawa, Japan. Then she was raised in the United States of America. She belonged to the Christian religion. She got married to Ali on 27 January 2017. Ana was known as a kind, caring, and loyal friend. Unfortunately, as time went on, her relationship with her husband began to suffer. Ali became increasingly possessive and even violent with his wife. Ali thought he had a beautiful possession in the form of Ana, which he wouldn't want to lose. He went to great lengths to maintain control over her. The couple worked hard to hide their relationship problems from the public and pretend they were the same carefree couple. But Ana's close friends noticed what was going on and worried about them. He was an arrogant, aggressive, dominant person and unafraid to brag about his accomplishments and financial success. He seemed to hate her friends, and the more time they spent together, the more their social life pissed him off. His behavior became increasingly sinister, and he felt that his wife was partying too much and hated her attending social gatherings without him. It was clear he was becoming more and more unstable, to the point of not wanting to. To make matters worse, he also dabbled in drugs, which his fans would soon find out. While doing an Instagram live one day, Ali was drinking and ended up pulling out a bag of drugs that he would go on to snort on camera. At first, his fans thought this was just a skit, but they realized he wasn't pretending. They were alarmed. The red flags piled up, and the next day, Ali posted a weak apology in which he claimed that it had been his first time ever engaging in drugs and that he realized how dangerous it was. He then proceeded with a bizarre and confusing rant in which he talked about how he didn't like his wife being with other men. In September 2021, Ana told police that he pushed her and that act caused her minor injuries. She ended her marriage and wanted to get a restraining order against him. On October 18th, she asked her ex-husband to leave the apartment that they shared with their daughter. Ali's behavior became increasingly erratic. He began drinking heavily, even posting videos of himself driving while drinking a bottle of red wine. Meanwhile, he was constantly trying to get in touch with Ana, but she refused to answer his calls. Ali had no intention of leaving Ana alone, and he made a disturbing plan. When he knew Ana isn't home, he sneaks into the apartment and downloads a special app to his daughter's iPad. With the help of this app, he can follow them and know what is happening in the apartment before he left. While listening to Ana, Ali heard the sound of a male voice accompanied by his laughter. He became so angry that he couldn't think straight, and he automatically assumed that Ana was cheating on him. The man Ana was traveling with was 29-year-old Rayburn Canedez Barron. They were just friends, but at the time, there was an evil in Ali's mind. Ali drove to the apartment in a blind rage at Rayburn 3 times, killing him. He then shot Ana in the head, killing her as well. After the horrific murders, he fled the scene and drove to his daughter's school to pick her up. That's when he told the confused little girl that he had hurt her mom. He confessed to his mother over the phone when he had just left his daughter's school. He was arrested shortly after that while his daughter was still in the car. According to a police officer who testified at the preliminary hearing, Abulaban had called 911 after the shooting, and he'd said the victims had already been shot dead when he arrived. In a jailhouse interview, however, Abulaban told Fox 5 he'd seen Barron and Ana kissing when he walked in. Asked whether he'd killed his wife, he said, "Don't ask me that, don't ask me that." Prosecutors said he confessed to police and his mother that he'd shot Ana and Barron. The public defender representing Abulaban did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Abulaban could face the death penalty if convicted. Kalisha Williams murder. Kalisha Williams was a stunning 16-year-old girl who loved dancing, filming TikToks, and hanging out with her friends. In December of 2020, she was invited to go on a chaperone holiday party that would be held at an Airbnb with just a couple of friends from school. Her mother and stepfather felt comfortable with letting their daughter go to the party because she had gone to an event like this once before. On 26 December 2020 at 12:30 a.m., tragedy struck the Williams family of Atlanta. However, the 16-year-old Kalisha Pinky Williams family had no idea what horrible events had occurred until the next day when the morgue called her mother, informing her that they were waiting for her to come. So, what went down that fateful night? Williams was supposed to go to a chaperone's Airbnb holiday party with at least one parent in attendance. Kalisha Williams' parents believed she was over at a hangout with her friends and stayed on Airbnb, not knowing that the chaperone had taken her to a hotel alongside other kids. The chaperone took Kalisha and her friends to the Hyatt Regency Atlanta Hotel instead of Airbnb for reasons unknown to people. People seem to believe there was an issue with booking the Airbnb, which is why the chaperone took Kalisha and her friends to the Hyatt Regency Atlanta Hotel. After returning to her room from the party, Kalisha decided to log into her TikTok account by 12 midnight. Being a good dancer, she placed her phone in front of her and started recording herself dancing to the sound of music, and she was having fun doing it. While Kalisha was dancing, someone entered her room, and people believe the person who entered her room was an acquaintance of hers. Immediately, she spotted someone had entered her room and stopped recording. Later on, it seemed she and her acquaintance had an argument, and as a result, he shot her in her groin, and she started bleeding. People heard the gunshot, and two men came to her aid. The two men carried her and took her to the lobby while supporting her legs, and they called the police. When the police came, they figured out that she was not breathing and couldn't feel her pulse and immediately rushed her to the hospital. When the ambulance rushed her to the hospital, the doctors did everything possible to revive her. But their effort wasn't enough. Kalisha Williams died that day. Kalisha's mother says she wasn't notified of her daughter's death until 8 hours after she was pronounced dead at the hospital. There is footage of Williams making a TikTok post. In it, she appears to be dancing to a challenge when she is suddenly startled by someone coming into the room. Seconds later, the video ends. What happened after she made that last TikTok video at 12:02 a.m. and she was dead at 12:23 a.m.? I need answers, Smith said. According to the police, the boy who shot Kalisha Williams was her acquaintance. The cops arrested the boy at the crime scene, but the police didn't reveal his identity. The law enforcement agency charged him with sexual assault, underage possession of a weapon, felony murder, and reckless conduct. The reason for the altercation between the boy and Kalisha Williams is still yet unknown. Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin and Saqib Hussain. Mehek Bukhari is a 22-year-old TikTok star from Lancashire, UK. She has a relatively large following. Known for her at-home fashion shoots, Mehek Bukhari had amassed 128,000 followers on TikTok and 44,000 followers on Instagram under the handle MayBeVlogs. With more than 128,000 followers and more than 3.2 million likes on TikTok, she has shot videos showcasing popular trends as well as makeup and fashion tutorials with her mom and friends. Most of her videos seem pretty innocent and fun, until she posted a disturbing video on January 3, 2022, in which she joked about having to confess to killing someone. She flashed a smile as Shawn Mendes' song "It'll Be Okay" played over the clip. While most of her followers probably thought this was nothing more than a silly TikTok video, it was actually foreshadowing a very dark event to come in February of 2022. Mehek and her mother Ansreen Bukhari and a 21-year-old woman named Natasha Akhtar were involved in a car chase. They chased two 21-year-old cousins named Muhammad Hashim Ijazuddin and Saqib Hussain, eventually ran them off the road, destroying their car and taking both of their lives instantly. The vehicles that were involved in the crash include a silver Skoda Fabia and gray Audi TT and a blue Seat Leon. While the exact routes the cars took is still being pieced together, it is known that they were traveling at great speeds. The 8 defendants charged with murder are Mohammed Patel, age 20, of Braybrook Road, Leicester; Ansreen Bukhari, age 45, of George Eardley Close, Stoke-on-Trent; Mehek Bukhari, age 22, of George Eardley Close, Stoke-on-Trent; Natasha Akhtar, age 21, of Alum Rock Road, Birmingham; Raesh Jamal, age 21, of Lingdale Close, Loughborough; Rakan Karwan, age 28 of Tomlin Road, Leicester, Sanaf Gula Mustafa, age 22 of Littlemore Close, Leicester, Amir Jamal, age 27 of Catherine Street, Leicester. On February 2022, a court was told that just before the crash, one of the victims called 999. A loud scream was heard before the call disconnected. It's unclear what sparked these three women to want to chase down the men. However, it is known that Mahek has been involved in some tension with other people in the past, last year. After their arrest, Mahek and her mother were brought into court. During this time, the judge asked them if they understood the severity of their charges. They both only said one word: yes. Meanwhile, the loved ones of Ijazuddin and Hussein are left to grieve the long lives that were ended far too soon. A few days after the crash, Hasim's grieving father, Sikandar Haya, told Mail Online that Hashim took Saqib, his cousin, to Leicester to see a friend because he was feeling low. Akhtar of Alumrock Road, Birmingham, Ashreen Bukhari and Mahek Bukhari, both of George Eardley Close, Stoke, Jamal of Lingdale Close, Loughborough, Karwan of Tomlin Road, Leicester, and Patel of Braybrook Road, Leicester, were also remanded into custody ahead of a provisional trial date on October 4, 2022. Only time will tell. Will the fallen TikTok star and her mother spend the rest of their days in prison? Thanks for watching the video. Please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you with another Real Crime Stories.